to a girlfriend of mine that I went to college with, and she's now a minister. And she was telling us how we have to watch our potty mouth. It's true. You know, when you get around certain people, because I'm getting ready to get into rooms with people with money.
Now, what were you saying about how young ladies dress, and what was your former profession? That's important because...
Well, my former profession was probation.
And so you know there's repercussions behind.
Yeah, well, I dealt with a lot of young ladies from Yonkers, Mount Vernon, White Plains, Port Chester, Peekskill, all over the Bronx. And I would tell them, you know, when they came in, that's part of our job, is that we supervise these people, trying to put them on the right path.
What's one of your most infamous stories from probation?
Oh my God, I got so many.
I know you do. I have some. She has stories, Memoirs of a Hairstylist.
And I also have stories from when I was a caseworker.
Talk to me about this. Yeah. Come on.
Oh my God. When I used to do foster care for children, and I used to deal with their parents, you know, drug addiction, alcoholism, foster care, and then I would have to bring the kids to the Department of Social Services to visit their parents and stuff like that. But I had a case that stood out with a young lady where mom came into the Department of Social Services while I was on duty. And she came in and she says to me, because I was on duty that day, she was like, oh, I just came in to tell you I just want to give both my kids away. My case that coupled me into being the social worker that I became, because that was they put me in a journal because of that case. So because I did so much work. It is. She said, well, you can't take the kids because it's a conflict of interest. You're doing the case. And don't worry, we'll find the kids somewhere. Because I cried over that case. So we get them into the second home, and everything's going good. So I go to pick her up to come visit the family member in the office. Because that's what social workers do. We do the visits. We also take them to the jail. Take them to psychiatric hospitals. We take them anywhere where their parents are. Okay? State of New York wants them to get back with their kids. Okay? So a certain kind of appreciation for your success when you get older. You can look back on it and say what you didn't have. I just told you the young lady said because her father abandoned the family, they didn't have food. That young lady now lives in a big mansion in Long Island. Her mother lives in a big mansion down south. You know what I'm saying? You look back at stuff like that. She's picking up on their lingo real quick. Look at this, a 3-year-old. Which I'm picturing them taking her outside in the front of the house, which, you know, when you live in a project, it's like White Plains project. You have a park, the kids come outside, usually by themselves. Together.
She did what?
She took the art therapist, the CPS worker, did some art therapy with her. To try to get her to show them what she was saying that somebody did to her. So she took the $2 and rubbed them together. She cursed me out. I hung up on her. I said, you know what, ma'am, it is. Okay, back then they didn't. Now they do. He would have got arrested at little boy.
At 11.
At 11. Matter of fact, the youngest age in New York State to arrest. What do you think it is?
9.
Nope.
8.
Okay. I was like, so-and-so, I'm 11 years old, you know, you're telling me stuff that I can barely, like if I tell my mother, I know she's probably not going to believe me. Okay. So tell me what happened. So then she told me, and then she showed me her underwear, her shorts, where he broke her hymen. This was an actual penetration. She was 9 years old. He penetrated. And what happened was to her, he said, you deserve what I'm getting. She's the reason why I'm in college, because she developed who I am. I majored in, he told her that if she told her mother, he took a doll's head and he ripped it off, and he says, we're little girls. We're out here playing every day outside. You know he could do this to us, right? I wanted to be a secretary when I did all of that. That changed my whole perspective about what I wanted to do when I got older. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm doing that with her, I said to her, I'm going to give you 2 weeks to tell your mother.
So they had a small son, and what happened?
So I said to her, I bet you he did something to his son. And I also thought he would have did it to one of us too, because we're girls.
So what
So
happened
as she
to
grew
her?
up, okay,
Yeah.
so as she grew up, she had a lot of issues.
Okay.
Because it's trauma.
They're so angry.
It's
They always
angry.
wanna
And then
fight.
she didn't get the therapy, yeah. So she used to always have fights with people. She was extremely boy crazy. So instead of her being gay or not liking she loved it.
Oh, I didn't see that coming.
Literal prostitution. College in 1977. I was 18 when I went to college. Now you got to remember, I'm 2 years older than her. So when I'm 18, she's 16. She started prostituting at 14. She was 31 years old. She had a child.
AIDS. She was 31
She got
years
HIV.
old. Okay.
I remember a story she told me. I came home from school, and she told me the story about how she wasn't making enough money in Yonkers at Lock-in Plaza, because we had a Lock-in Plaza, the place where prostitutes hung out at. And they would pick up their johns. And so she ended up going to Brooklyn by herself. She wanted to go make some money. So you went to Brooklyn? She was like, yeah. And she had a woman that used to come and get her hair done here. Okay, so that one was molested. This one was abused. Her mother lived in the project, so we heard everything. When you got a beating, you heard that, yeah. So her mother would always curse her out, call her name, black MFs, this, that, and I used to say to my mother, why did she? Lo and behold, her daughter got pregnant. Now we're teenagers, right? Okay. She got pregnant at 17 by this dude, and she was telling us, she was showing us her stomach and shit. And I'm like, what you gonna tell your mother? Damn, your mother just beat you the other day over getting a C on your report card. What the hell is she gonna do to you when you go to her and tell her you're pregnant? The fuck? This is crazy. Lord, please help my friends, okay? I mean, I'm not making this shit up, okay? Like, what is your mother? She came to my house with her head bleeding from where her mother hit her in the head. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Stomach was swollen from where her mother tried to stomp the baby out. Normal. You know, me and my brother, we got normal babies. After my mother popped me in the mouth at 14, I was done with that. Talking back, my mother punched me right in the damn mouth. My mouth was, I had a busted lip out to here, and she made me go to school, okay? So it wasn't I'm walking around like this at Yonkers High School like this. Hi, everybody. They're like, what happened to your lip? Oh, I bumped into the door. So anyway, so the girl in Mount Vernon told her she could live with her. Because, you know, now she's 17 going to 18. Getting ready to graduate high school. So me and my girlfriend helped her run away. Her mother come calling me up, asking me, did I help her? You know, do I know where she's at? No, I don't. I knew where she was at. Okay, so that's one girlfriend. So we got her out of the way. She ended up dying early too.
Yep.
She died at 40.
Yep.
40.
Early. And she told me she knew Diane, and they grew up. And I said, Diane,
yeah, we grew up together.
Very bitter. And then Diane expanded and
I told
me
you
what
about
happened.
it.
And I said, that makes sense.
Now I had another girlfriend that was abused too, but hers is a success story. She's still alive.
Yay.
Yay.
She's got a PhD. We just won. So she used to always get a lot of beating. She used to always have a lot of scars on her. And she was at home. You can't, I don't want you to go home because your mother's crazy. But maybe a group home or something. I said, you can't keep living out here like this. Right? So she was like, I'll be okay. And I started crying up the house. Sugar to shit. And then one time she came to my window and she asked me if I can give her a knife. She had a cut mark and scratches all over her face. I had a fight with so-and-so. So I can't give you no knife out of my kitchen, boo. My mother's gonna kill me. What is wrong with you? This is what I
then too. Back then, everything
but she was her arm was so she so she went and got the knife and went back and cut the bitch. I ain't gonna lie. Again, and I'm very snotty with these bitches. Yes, people's mothers. I'm not playing with none of y'all, okay? And we don't have no cell phone. And this is what I told her. Okay, if you don't call the police right now, I'm going across the street. I'm going to borrow a quarter from somebody because I'm broke. The cops, 911. Because I know how to. Do you know they call the cops?
What do you mean? What kind of
She beat her.
We're going to have to
I'm
come
screaming.
back,
I'm screaming.
Her appointment is over.
The people.